if you've been on self-improvement, or if you like to watch self-improvement content, and you've seen a lot of videos on it, one of the topics is obviously porn, quitting masturbating, and NoFap, semen retention, all that stuff. You're probably at least aware of that. And I know a lot of people push NoFap, no nut November, day 100, and personally, I don't think NoFap is the best way to quit your porn slash masturbation addiction. I think that the concept of starting day one, make it maybe day five, day six. Oh, you accidentally wanked. I'll have to restart. Okay, back to day one. You go a little further, go 20 days. You stop, you broke it again. Oh man, 20 days. I almost had it. I could only go 20 days. I messed it up. You're back to day one. I think this roller coaster of emotions and this concept of you have to continue not doing it, you have to go 100 days, you have to go 1,000 days, is stupid. I personally think it's dumb. I think if you want to quit masturbating, if you want to quit porn, the best way to do that is just to stop doing it. I know that sounds simpler than it is, but just try to make an effort to stop doing it more than you used to. So, for you, the average guy, I think, I'd have to look at the statistic on this, but I think the average guy wanks once a day. There are some hardcore wankers who probably do more, maybe twice a day, maybe multiple times a day, more than that. And there's some people that don't do it as often, maybe once every couple of days, couple times a week. Wherever you are on this line, the point is you need to make the conscious effort and you make the decision today that, okay, starting today, I'm going to try to quit porn, trying to quit masturbation because it's bad for my testosterone, it's bad for my self-esteem, it's bad for my confidence. I'm going to try to quit this. Actually, scratch what I just said. Don't say I'm going to try to quit this. I am going to quit this. That will help you, just affirmations and stuff like that. Anyway, so you're going to quit this. You made the decision. Make the decision now. If you want to be a loser, an average guy, an average Jeffrey who lives their life, then it's okay to wank every once in a while. It's fine. No. If you're one of those guys, then click off the video. I do not care. If you are one of the hardcore guys who want to improve your life for the better, who literally want to be an Adonis, Ham's a reference there. If you want to be this masculine man, if you want to become this pinnacle of a man, you don't want to be an average guy. You don't want to work an average 9 to 5. You don't want to be on the average American bullshit diet. You don't want to have a decent physique. You want to be this strong man. Then you need to quit this entirely. How do you do this? Again, it can be daunting at first, which makes it all the more of a reason to not get on NoFap, this whole community thing. I don't like it. Because let's say you're on NoFap, and let's say you do pretty good. Let's say you get past those first 2 weeks, which generally are the hardest for people. You keep going, you keep going. Let's say you're on day like 160, and then you catch yourself in a moment of weakness. One day, one night, when no one's in the house, you come across this video that really turned you on. Maybe you haven't had sex for a while. Maybe all that semen is building up. And you just, in a moment of weakness, you do your thing and it's done. Your streak is gone. This can be devastating to the mind. It can just tear you down emotionally. Because you've done all this work to 160 days and then you broke it. You're already back to day one. That's the concept of NoFap. It's literally, if you go 160 days, okay, you fap this day, bang, back to day zero. And that's not how this works, because if you've gone 160 days without fapping, you have done a tremendous job. Kudos to you. That'd be great if you could do that just right off the bat. You already made such a big effort and you made such a big step on your journey to NoFap and quitting porn and masturbation. And so you should be proud that you've gotten to that point. And to say that if you do it once in a moment of weakness and maybe a couple of minutes, you get all the way back to step zero and that you're on the same step, as the same level as the people who are just starting NoFap, for a guy who's been wanking 3 times a day for the past 2 years, who's just starting on NoFap, is on the same level as you, who just went 160 days without doing it, and in a moment of weakness, you're back to this point. with the guys that fap 3, 4, 5 times a day. Back to day one. Back to day zero, I should say. No, that is stupid. It is dumb. And it's almost counterintuitive because in a lot of these instances, if you get to a long period of days without fapping, without watching porn, and you, in a moment of weakness, do it, because you are going to do it, especially at first, it's going to be hard. Once you do it, you're back to day zero. You can then think, oh, okay, I'm back to day zero. Dang it. It can either A, you can be like, oh, okay, well, screw this. Since I'm on day zero, I'm going to do it 5 more times today. And then maybe I'll do it a couple more times in the next week, just so to get it out of me, and then I'm going to start next week on Monday. You see, either that's going to happen, or you're going to be so devastated by it, you're just going to quit NoFap in general. And then you'll be like, this is pointless. I built up so much time not doing it, and I did it in a moment of weakness, and now I'm back to day zero. This is pointless. I'm just going to continue doing it. I'm okay being an average person. And that doesn't work. If you are on NoFap, if you've been on NoFap and it had worked for you, okay, kudos to you. Please let me know down in the comments how it actually does work, and like try to counter my argument to help me better understand if you think NoFap works. But also, if you agree with me, please leave any testimonials down below that help prove my point. Because personally, NoFap doesn't work for me, didn't work for me, doesn't work for anyone else I know that's done it. What's worked best for me, and what I think works best for most people, is to just try to limit it, try to not do it as much. Make a testament today, I'm not going to be watching porn, I'm not going to fap anymore. And over time, you will build that inner strength, that strong will to it. Because you've been fapping your whole life, if you're a guy, ever since you were a teenager, all the way up to what, you're now 18, 19, 20, 25, 30, whatever. So you've been doing it for maybe 10, 20 years of your life, at least daily, maybe more, maybe less. And you just think overall, just bang, just like that, you're going to be able to go on this day for the rest of your life, not doing it ever again? No, it's stupid. It's unrealistic. You're putting too much of a burden on yourself, thinking that you can just go the rest of your life without doing it just from day one. No, you have to make that decision to try to stop, and then you go on from that day. Okay, you maybe go 2, 3 days. You did it. You tried, and that was the best you could do, and you accidentally did it in more weeks. Okay, you go again. You go 1 day, 2 days. And in those 1, 2 days, you actually had moments where you wanted to do it, but you said, no, I'm not going to do it. And then on day 3, you do it again. Dang it, okay, I'm going to try to not do it again. Then you go a week without doing it. 2 weeks after that, after setting it back. You do it again. You stop. 3 weeks, 4 weeks. And it just continues and continues. You build up that endurance to it. I don't know if endurance is the right word, but you build up that strength to it, to saying no to it. And the more you say no to it, the more you make an effort to do it. And as long as you don't give up, over time you will get to the point where you don't do it for a whole month, whole 3 months, whole 4 months. It'll get to that point. You get to the point where you just don't do it entirely. Which, for a lot of people, can seem like so far away, which it will. It will take a while to get to that point. Because I'm not even there yet. I'm to the point where I do it, I'll be honest, I got to the point where I do it once or twice a week now. Considering just a year ago, I was doing it at least twice a day, sometimes even more. That is tremendous for me. And to get to this point where I've gotten to, it's mind-blowing. And no, I didn't get there by No Nut November or NoFap, starting day one. No, I started by just making an effort. Okay, I want to be a better man. I don't want to do this anymore. I know it's not good for me. I'm going to try to stop doing it as much as I can. And over time, the more you say no to it, the more you're just going to be coming immune to it and just not do it. And over time, you get to the point like me, where I'm only doing once or twice a week, and I'm getting better. I'm still getting better. And I'm just going up from here. It's still going like this. Instead of when you're on NoFap, you start here, you're doing good, oh, back to day one. Oh, back to day one. It's just a roller coaster. It's not good for your emotions, not good for your mental health. Anyway, hope you liked the video. Let me know what you think down below about NoFap. Peace.